What's good, sneaker freaks? It's the kid, Tech the Money Mogul, back at y'all again. And today we're gonna do an unboxing. So I finally got my package in from Angelus. I'm so glad that they're shipping again because I was super excited and I was running low on supplies and material. So yeah, definitely happy that they're back in. And I want to share what I got in here with you guys. Just so you guys can see that when you do order a big package from Angelus, they do everything in their power to kind of put it in one box, and that they kind of try to compact it all together so you don't have a bunch of boxes and a bunch of trash just laying around in your house. During this pandemic that's going on in the world, Angelus has been taking their time when it comes to shipping their packages out to their customers, and I'm thankful for that, to know that they're taking those extra steps to make sure that the packaging is safe and the items inside is safe and that the home that it's coming to is going to be safe. So enough of that. Let's open the box.
I used to put on my mask to eat. I used to go robbing creep. Shit, now I robbing jeans and I got the finer things. Smoking the finest weed, I'm living my wildest dreams. I got this with my niggas, ain't no iron team. I used to put on my mask to eat. I used to go robbing creep. Shit, now I robbing jeans and I got the finer things. Smoking the finest weed and living my wildest dreams. I got this with my niggas, ain't no iron team. I'm taking a trip down memory lane. I hit a lick on the middleman.
So I do want to start off by saying how they were able to get everything in here nice and flat. They do have this protection piece over top of it, just so anything isn't smushed by, I don't know, maybe shipping and handling once it gets to the postal service. So if we take this off here, they do have everything in here as neat as possible, especially with the order this big. You know, everything can't be in here perfectly super tidy, but it definitely is pretty neat. First, we got a paint palette here. This is handy, especially when you're doing like little knit projects. Not necessarily for mixing paint. You definitely can mix paint on these, but definitely when you help paint control, so you don't use so much of it. I know a lot of people like to just take something, like pour a lot of paint in there. This definitely can help you out when it comes to your measurements and how much paint you use. So you can never run out of these. So here's some free stuff the Angelus gets. The bigger your order gets, here I have a free Angelus key lantern. That's pretty dope. I'm probably gonna go put that on my keys pretty soon. And some really super dope Angelus stickers. Oh, here are the stickers. And this is the Angelus air freshener. So probably gonna put this in my cart once we get out of quarantine and I get to actually go outside and clean my car. I'll put this in there. So that's cool. So some essential items here. We have the Angelus brush cleaner, and this is good for, there you go, so you can see it up close. This is good for any brush or airbrush. As you see, I got my airbrush baby right here. This is good for cleaning it. And here's the brush kit to help you get in the nozzle and the tight spaces that you normally can't reach. So of course, where would you be without your Too Soft? All right, for soft materials such as like sock liners or shirts or any soft material that you're using, you definitely want to add some Too Soft to your paint so it helps you keep that texture. So you never can have enough of this. If this is something you can order 3, 4, 5, 8 at a time, I would definitely do that if you do a lot of soft material. Me, the most soft material I do is the sock liner of shoes and a few shirts every now and again. So I don't need much of this, but it definitely comes in handy when it comes to keeping things and fabrics in the right texture. So some Duller is something that anyone would need that's doing a paint job. It helps dull the paint, kind of gives it that dull, that matte finish. and it keeps it from being so shiny. So this is definitely something that you want to invest in heavily if you are going to be customizing or painting anything and you don't want that super shiny effect. Of course, you need some leather repair and deglazer, basically your acetone. That's exactly what this is. You can use this. You can use real acetone. You can use nail polish as long as it says 100% acetone. I personally like to use this. Real acetone is super duper strong. It has a super strong smell, and when you get it from the hardware store, if it gets on anything, it really can mess it up. So it's very easy, especially if you don't have like a permanent workspace for the things that you're doing. Real acetone is very easy to mess up. So I definitely would go ahead and get some leather prepare and deglazer. Not saying that you don't want to be careful. You still want to be careful, but it's less harsh than real acetone when it comes to like a wood table or whatever it is that you're working on. And your matte finish, of course you need that. Again, you can even add duller to your matte finish and it'll keep it matte. Matte finish, it is supposed to not be as shiny, but it still has a small shine tint to it, and so when you add that duller to it, it really does keep it nice and matte and flat. So another thing you can't forget is your too thin. That's for your airbrush. For all my airbrush users here, definitely add this to all paints that you are going to put in the airbrush, because it will thin your paint out and it'll keep your airbrush from getting so clogged up. Another tool you can use to help you out with that is our airbrush strainer here. Right. So once you mix the paint up in your little mixing jars, got some of those too. Go ahead and shake it up, mix it up real well, and go ahead and pour it through here. You can just set this on top of your airbrush straight like that, and just go ahead and pour it in there, and the airbrush will catch any of that really thick, lumpy stuff that can possibly clog up your airbrush. So that's definitely a necessity. If you're using an airbrush, you definitely want to invest in one of these. So I definitely got some neutral paint here. Neutral paint is an essential paint as well. It's kind of like white or flat white. It's a good mixer and it's a good base for certain things. I know I do have a glow in the dark custom coming out, and neutral is a good base for that. It's also a good base when you're mixing your own different type of primers. Yeah, good investment for that. And then we have our airbrush holder. So me, I just have mine in my pocket here because it came with one already, but surprise, I am moving to a new workspace. So eventually I am going to put this up where this isn't going to be out, and so I would like to have this beside me where I can just sit the nozzle on there. So that's kind of why I bought this. All the paint couldn't fit in all the boxes. I do have 7 of these, okay? I have 7 of these little boxes here, and I'm quite sure that all 7 boxes are filled with paint. So all the paint couldn't fit in all the boxes, and I'm pretty sure they weren't going to send me another box for just 3 bottles. So here we do have some luggage brown. We have some satchel tan, and we have some bowler brown. So those are just some 3 paints that comes in. So in these little boxes are 1 ounce paints, and it's 87 colors. I did go ahead and get the 87 color kit. It's a great deal. You get every color that Angelus makes except their collector's colors and their neon colors and things like that. That's separate, but every like standard color that they make comes in these little boxes here, and I mean, you really can't beat that. So let's go ahead and check out. So, you know, we got an instruction card here. You know, for people who's not used to doing the painting, it's their first time. I'm pretty sure, I think there are one of these in every box. So that's handy. I don't really need it, but it's nice of Angelus to do that. So this is the unboxing of the Angelus box. This is everything I got in here. You got your different paints. You've got your different finishers and thinners and dullers and everything like that you would need to have a nice, solid, custom. You got your brush cleaner, everything you would need to take care of your utensils and your tools. And even Angelus gives you a few thank you gifts when you come and order a certain amount of things from them. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. And see you guys on our next video. Peace.